My name is Christine Ipeme. I'm a professor of food science, and the name of my organization is Center for International Safe Food Practices. And our mission is to, assure safe food for all, for sustainable food security, because it's undertaking that you can't have food security when the food is unsafe. You can only talk about food security when what you eat is safe, when what you eat will be able to deliver the needed nutrients to your body. So our mission is to make sure that food is secure from the farm to the table, right from the farm, because in the farm there are different agrochemicals that are used, and different residues could also be available or could remain in the food product. So we want to make sure that right from the farm, the farmers get it right, they use the right agrochemicals, and they apply it as of when due, so that the residues would be at the maximum required level. So our work is enormous. So we do a lot of trainings to make sure that the food handlers know what they are doing about safe food handling, because food contamination is basically from through the use of poor hygiene practices. This training was basically about procurement, affirmative procurement principles and protocols. For us in the NGO, we would also, as the NGO grows big, we'll have to have some, procurement principles embedded in it, and we have to make sure that things are done right. The procurement protocol is just following due process, so we have to make sure that due process are followed. And for us as NGO, we have also the service arm of NGO of our organization that will also render consulting. So we do consulting. So we have also, I as a person have also, my capacity for procurement protocols has also built up, because as a consultant, I consult for a number of organizations. I can go, I've never, gone out to bid, looking at taking up a job and bidding for it. So now I have the capacity, I can do that conveniently. So I have, based on that, I could say that my capacity and awareness has been built up in that direction. The SWIP community has been, I could say, they are, very ambitious women. I found all of them very interesting women to connect with, and I've developed network with some persons that want to take the relationship further. Some persons that would want some persons who want further guidance on some process, formal food safety training. Some persons who want one or two relationships. So we've started a journey with them. I've started a journey with them, and we hope that as time goes on, we will define this relationship more appropriately. So looking ahead, I plan that the knowledge that have been gained from the SWIP's procurement training, I will apply it in my consulting arm of my business, and then be able to go out to be more adventurous. I want to be more adventurous in looking for bids in the in my consulting sphere of influence, to be able to apply for it. So I will be more adventurous. I would I would not be as kind of laid back as I was. So this time around, I hope that I'll be more adventurous in trying new terrains, even if they are not known to me. And also the networks that are built up, I of course want to leverage on the networks and see the relationships and how we can further advance the relationship further that will be beneficial or mutual. The relationship will be of mutual interest to both parties involved. I was paired in the service group, which is group 2, and of course in a group there are a lot of differentials. You see a lot of women, a lot of persons. Some people might be up and doing. A lot of people are not up and doing. So, but if you are the team lead, it's on you and to do a lot of things. So we chose a number of bits that has to do with consulting and all that. So the first one is on accounting quotation, accounting firm to come and audit a firm, which we have taken. That's the first one we have concluded, and we've sent the quotation. So running through it is quite challenging because requirements such as developing your company profile, it was a team of business. All of us in that group have individual business organizations. So we had to first form an MOU that is kind of binding, a legal binding document where Adventure will win the bid so as not to have any gray area. So we had to develop that MOU first, and working with women is quite challenging, but we had to surmount it to be able to develop the MOU as a working document that will hold us together, and then develop, get a name for our organization, and then develop company profile for that organization and be able to use it to bid. So in all, a lot of lessons have been learned, and lots of lessons are going to be carried forward in our future endeavors. The areas that we want to optimize, and build more is our digital presence in the social media. Because one of the modules was on social media engagement. So we want to be able to do a lot of social media engagement in the upcoming months, and so that our presence will be felt very strongly. So usually now it's taken that is a male-dominated sphere, and a woman coming to bid, you already have it wired in your head that you're not going to get it, so you already talked down on yourself that this thing, I'm not going to get it, so what's the point? So that's a stereotype, and you already have talked down on your head. But the training has kind of empowered the inner mind, my inner mind to it's possible. Just try. It doesn't cost you anything. Just try. Put in your best and look for bids and put in your best. Try. You might or may not get it, but don't already tell yourself that you are not going to get it, but just to push yourself and put in your best foot forward. That's my take home in that from that training. Put in your best foot forward, do all your best you can, and you never can tell, you might get it. So as a female entrepreneur, and considering the issue of procurement, and if we are talking about affirmative procurement is just being able to make provisions for more inclusiveness, because right now it's as if the procurement sector is male dominated. So if you deliberately take a policy and say, okay, maybe 20% of all government contracts should be for women, you are just helping women, because when women have money, the family is actually happy, because A woman's money is really never. You can say there's a common saying that a woman's my money is my money. It's not true. My money is my money. My husband's money is our money. It's not true. When a woman has money, she will feed the family better. She will, make sure that the children are well clothed. Make sure a lot of things goes on from her purse. So it's always good to make sure that a woman is empowered financially, because she helps us to arrange her family. So the government should look at it that way too. That we have to be deliberate about financial empowerment, not just giving a token. Tokenism doesn't get anybody anywhere, but deliberately empowering serious-minded women to bid for contracts, because there are certain allocations that have been set aside for them, certain percentages that have been set aside for them. Deliberately, encouraging serious-minded, women to bid for those contracts, and then, being given the opportunity to execute the contract. That will go ahead, a long way to encourage, women that, okay, they can do this.